Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. The 2008 global financial crisis led to one of the worst recessions that we have faced in the past few decades. What exactly led to this crisis? How did the world's biggest economy, the United States of America, come to a standstill? Let's find out. In the early 2000s, the stock markets in the United States of America crashed due to the dot-com bubble. The economy wasn't doing very well. To improve the economic conditions, the Federal Reserve cut the interest rates to 1%. This was a very good opportunity for people who wanted to borrow money to buy a house. Due to this, the demand for houses started increasing and the housing market, that is the real estate market, started rising. Now, during this time, people weren't really willing to invest in the stock markets due to the market crash. So, the big investors turned their attention towards the real estate market. Now, the opportunity here was in the form of lending money to the people who wanted to buy houses. Also, the real estate prices were constantly rising, and the house was the collateral for this loan. So, even if the borrower defaulted, they could sell the house and recover their money. However, it is really inconvenient for big investors to find individual home buyers to lend money. So here comes the role of banks and investment banks. Whenever a home buyer wants to take a loan, he will approach a bank. The bank will verify documents and also check the income sources of the borrower. If everything is fine, then the bank will give a loan to the borrower. After bank has given out hundreds and thousands of such loans, the bank will sell these loans to an investment bank. The investment bank will bundle these loans together and issue CDOs, that is collateralized debt obligation, which represent ownership in these mortgage loans. Now, the investors who are actually willing to lend money to these home buyers used to buy CDOs from investment banks. I'll tell you how a collateralized debt obligation works. Whenever we take a loan, we have to pay monthly installments. These installments consist of principal repayment and interest payment. As and when the home buyers used to pay these installments, the CDO investors got interest income. So, to summarize, a home buyer approaches a bank to get a housing loan. The house is the collateral. The bank then sells these loans to an investment bank. The investment bank issues CDOs, that is collateralized debt obligation, that represent ownership in these mortgage loans. Investors in turn invest in these CDOs and get interest income. Sounds easy, right? Well, now greed enters the picture. Throughout this procedure, banks and investment banks were making a lot of money. Even the CDO investors were getting good returns. So they started asking the banks to give out more and more loans. However, in a country, there is a limit to the amount of money that is required by genuine home buyers with a good credit score. So now, banks started lending to people who did not have any source of income. Such bad quality loans are called subprime loans. The loans were adjustable interest rate loans. That is, initially they had a low interest rate. However, after some time, the interest rates rose suddenly. The home buyers were not aware about this. Now you might be thinking, if the loans were of such bad quality, the credit rating agencies might step in and give the CDOs a bad credit rating. No, it didn't happen that way. The credit rating agencies continued to give these CDOs a AAA rating, which is the highest possible rating. As everyone was making a lot of money through this procedure, even AIG, the world's biggest insurance company, decided to enter the game. They started issuing CDS, that is Credit Default Swap. A CDS is an insurance policy of a CDO. If the CDO gives the investor a loss, then AIG will have to bear it. Just like any other insurance policy, AIG used to charge a premium for this. AIG started selling lots and lots of CDS. They earned huge premium income. They used to sell CDS even to people who did not actually own CDOs. AIG made a lot of money, but they never considered the possibility that the CDOs could fail and they would have to pay out huge amount of claims. The inevitable happened. The interest rates started rising and almost all the borrowers started defaulting. The banks were left with lots of houses and they started auctioning them. Due to this, the supply of houses was very high and there were hardly any buyers left. This caused the housing markets to crash. Due to this, even people who had money to repay their loans started defaulting. You will ask why? The reason was the prices of houses fell so much that the loan amount was higher than the value of the house. For example, if you have a loan of 1 crore and the value of the house is 50 lakhs, then is there a point in repaying the loan? Due to this, there were large scale defaults and banks were left with tons and tons of houses and no buyers for them. Now remember, if the borrowers paid their monthly installments, only then the CDO investors were making money. As the borrowers started defaulting, the value of the CDOs became zero. The CDS holders started claiming their insurance from AIG. AIG was left with a huge liability and they had no money to repay it. AIG faced losses of $99 billion in this crisis. However, it was bailed out by the US government. Now, due to these defaults, no one was willing to buy the worthless CDOs. So, investment banks who had purchased lots and lots of loans and prepared CDOs were left with a bunch of securities which were worthless. Due to this, they faced huge losses. Lehman Brothers, one of the biggest investment banks of the United States of America, went bankrupt due to this. The combined losses of banks and investment banks during this crisis were hundreds of billions of dollars. Due to these losses, banks stopped lending to businesses and a lot of businesses were shut down due to lack of funding. People lost their houses. Banks and investment banks were facing huge losses and were on the brink of bankruptcy. AIG, the world's largest insurance company, was almost bankrupt, only to be saved by the US government. Businesses were shutting down. This led to thousands of job losses. The economy of the USA came to a standstill. The crisis was so severe that the entire world went into a recession. This was because almost all the countries in some way or the other were dependent on the United States of America. This video was a little complicated, so if you have any doubts, feel free to ask them in the comment section. You can also message me on social media. I have put the links in the description box. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for my upcoming videos. Do share it with your friends and family who might be interested in finance. Stay tuned. Thank you.